All right, guys, you guys are on today.
Afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Yesterday, we gathered more than 10,000 New Yorkers as we spoke of a city that is not for sale. A city where New Yorkers could do more than just struggle to afford the most expensive city in the United States of America. A city government that understood its responsibility to those straining to buy groceries, not just those straining to buy an election. I was proud to be on that stage alongside Senator Bernie Sanders, Congressman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Governor Kathy Hochul, Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins, and Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie. And what I asked of those more than 10,000 New Yorkers yesterday was more. More door knocking, more phone banking, more commitment to this campaign that has already transformed our city and is on the verge of actually delivering affordability. That is our message to New Yorkers for these final 8 days, that it is in our hands. It is our moment to take, so long as we actually fight for it every single day that we have left in the general election. It is a pleasure to be here alongside State Senator Liz Krueger as we make this case across all 5 boroughs of New York City. Tells you everything you need to know about the Republican Party. At a time when 4 million Americans are in danger of losing their health care, when the federal government is choosing to price hungry Americans across this country out of their very groceries, their focus is to take on the Muslim guy who won the Democratic primary by 13 points. This is a moment where active duty military families are lining up for food pantries across this entire country. And for Congress people and the Republican Party to see that and say that their answer to it is to try and nullify the results of an election, it tells you everything that you have to know. Speaker Johnson should be seating members of Congress as opposed to using his time to try and attack our campaign. But I understand, if I was one of the leaders of the Republican Party that had led a campaign that promised Americans a lower cost of living and cheaper groceries, all I could deliver was a government shutdown, I too would be looking to distract in any way that I could from those right now.
Yes, sir. So, sorry, come for your second question. Go ahead. And Senator will take questions. Go ahead.
What about an Israeli state?
One of the things I've appreciated most is when the opportunity to speak with Jewish leaders, rabbis, elected officials, community leaders, not only over the course of the primary, but over the course of the general. And I've appreciated those conversations because what I'm looking to be is the mayor for every single Jew, the mayor for all of Jewish Americans, the mayor for more than just those who vote for me, for those who see themselves in my policies, but I'm the mayor for anyone who sees the city. Those are the conversations that have shown me that when all of us speak like we should, and it must take many forms. It cannot just be increasing funding for the education contribution programs like it cannot just be ensuring that there are NYC police outside of the jobs in my early days. It must also be the full implementation of the curricula like Hidden Voices, celebrating the breadth and beauty of Jewish life and the history of this city. It must also do so, the only listening excellence. That ensures that you have people around you who have a wide variety of opinions on any topic, including influence. What you are aligned on, however, is the necessity, the urgency, the path to delivering a formulated agenda for the women's party.
Hi, I'm Melissa Kruger. I'm the state senator from Pennsylvania, right here in my district. I'm also a Jew, and I want to make very clear, this man is not an anti-Semite. This is a city of diversity. The best part of it that we do in fact represent people from everywhere in the world, all religions, and 99% of the time we live in peace together. Now, sorry, I don't agree on everything else. But you know what? We're not electing him to be president. We need a new president, by the way. But we're not electing him to national politics, international policy. We're electing him to be our mayor. So yes, he has made it clear over and over again that he's going to make sure city government that is protecting everyone, whether they're Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, purple, green, in the Constitution and the obligation. He wants a city that continues to live in peace and work together. We don't have to agree on every issue. We really don't. And I don't understand why everyone seems to be focused on this one issue. Because again, as a Jewish Zionist, I don't defend the Netanyahu government. Most Jews I know don't defend the Netanyahu government or the policies of the last 2 years. So rabbis, of course, can have their own opinion. We all can. I know my rabbi in my synagogue decided to initially make the decision not to get involved in politics because of their experiences throughout the history of this country. And really be very good to the Jews. Anyway, other rabbis will tell you other things. Although I had a very conservative rabbi tell me recently, well, you know, we tell people how to vote, they never listen. I said, maybe that's wrong.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So I
You can try to get up front with their audio.
Zohran, we've seen this incredible surge in early voting in the first 2 days. I was just in the polling place around the corner. It seems like a busy third day as well. The anecdotal data has said it's quite a surge in those older than 55, with some implication by political types like me and others that may not necessarily favor you. How confident are you in your reach out effort to voters over the age of 55? And what do you think of this massive turnout in general?
I think it's great to see this turnout. I think we should always celebrate the more New Yorkers going to the polls. And I continue to be confident in our campaign as well as in our outreach to voters above the age of 55. And also, I will not allow myself to become complacent.
What is your elevator pitch to someone over the age of 55?
That affordability is something that is robbing them of the ability to grow old in this city. I've heard from so many older New Yorkers about the fact that they have been on waiting lists for senior housing for years. A woman came up to me at a senior center in Brownsville saying that she's been on a waiting list for 7 years. She told me, if I have to get to the 8th year, I'm leaving the city. And too often we think of affordability as a young person's problem, whether you can build a life here. But there's so many who are asking themselves whether they can keep a life. And that is a senior who's in a rent-stabilized apartment who's looking to see year after year of rent hikes. It's the senior who's having to ask themselves whether or not they can afford groceries or whether they have to buy their medicine. I had an older man come up to me just a few weeks ago in Brownsville, a Latino man, came up to me, told me in Spanish, I had a friend there who was translating. He was so excited to see a mayoral candidate on his corner, and that the one thing he needed help with was being able to afford his diabetes medicine. Because he wasn't able to do so anymore. He was starting to lose mobility in parts of his body. This is what so many seniors are facing in this city. This is why we continue to make the case that this is the campaign for them. It's the one that will make this city what it's worth.
Thank you.
I think one of them is a reality TV star. I think her show is Selling New York. I think it's in many ways indicative of Eric Adams' policy. He wants to sell the city. He wants to sell it to the highest bidder. And he is looking to have his final goodbye to New Yorkers another act of betrayal, where a more than 12% rent hike is viewed as insufficient. He wants more. I continue to be confident of our ability to deliver a rent freeze, and I continue to be confident that we will be able to match whatever last-minute betrayal that Eric Adams tries to concoct, because we've seen it's not just that he's actively looking to betray New Yorkers, it's often that he happens to be incompetent in doing so.
Yeah. Mr. Mamdani.
Dodged on that spinaching will talk out.
We would use the full extent of powers that we would have as the mayor and with the rent guidelines board. To that, I continue to be confident.
Mr. Mamdani,
Please subscribe.
There's going to be an intense spotlight on your mayorship. How are you going to handle messaging and making sure you are
Out of the way since I got my question. That's a good question.
promises
Thank
and
you.
commitments? Because many will seek to block you, and even your supporters are concerned about that.
The guy's a gentleman.
There is no doubt that there will be opposition, as we see that opposition today. And what has allowed us to surmount the unbelievable amounts of money that has been spent against this campaign, be it in the primary or the general, has been the mass movement that we have created. And it's a mass movement now of more than 90,000 volunteers who are knocking on doors across the 5 boroughs, who are making hundreds of thousands of phone calls to New Yorkers. And in addition to that mass movement, we are building a coalition with elected officials and leaders across the city and state. I'm proud to be standing alongside one of those very elected officials, the State Senator Zohran, who is the chair of the Finance Committee in the State Senate. These are the kinds of partnerships that we will build so that we can deliver this affordability. And I think what New Yorkers deserve is a mayor who understands it's their responsibility to actually serve those New Yorkers, to see those New Yorkers, for those New Yorkers to be able to ask these questions. And that's why you've seen that no matter where we are in the polls, no matter what day this is in the campaign, I will be outside around New York City speaking to New Yorkers, moving through the city like a New Yorker, because it's only through those acts that we can understand the pains that New Yorkers are feeling trying to afford the city they love.
And if you win and Trump tries to thwart you, how will you respond to President Trump?
I was speaking about my aunt. I was speaking about Anna, my father's cousin, who sadly passed away a few years ago. And for the takeaway from my more than 10-minute address about Islamophobia and racism in the city, would be the question of my aunt. It tells you everything about anthropology, his inability to reckon with the crisis.
What do you think about all that turnout there yesterday? What it looked like turnout? You had a lot of energy there. Some people said that they thought it was this energy they've seen with the Democratic Party in a long time. They've seen Bernie and the Democratic Party.
I think that the future is the Democratic Party that has an affirmative message to New Yorkers. For a long time, we've told people that we're against. We've forgotten to tell them before. Yesterday, it was reminding New Yorkers, alongside the governor, alongside the majority leader, alongside the speaker, not only is New York not for sale, we're fighting for a city that when we talk about groceries and rents, we talk about $2.90 to get on a bus. These are things that affect New Yorkers no matter their political party. And there was, before I got on stage, a member of security came up to me and said, I just want you to know, there's a woman there, she's wearing a MAGA hat, and it says MAGA for Zohran.
Have you seen that before?
I have not seen that. And it tells me that no matter what your politics are, you're feeling the same crisis. And this is a movement that looks to address that crisis, no matter who you are, no matter where you are.
Speaking of MAGA, what will you do if President Trump tries to thwart you?
I'm not going to be able to ask a question. This is not Sleewood press conference where it's just a lot easier. Well, they're nice enough to let me be here, so sorry. All right, give me a question if you want me to try.
I appreciate Governor speaking at yesterday's rally. I appreciated her remarks. I appreciated her support for universal child care, which is something that's been a long-standing priority for her. And I went out to hold her hand and hold our hands together to show New York City that the relationship between a mayor and a governor need not always be what it was with Andrew Cuomo. It can in fact be one that's committed to the same set of constituents. And I think what I've also appreciated is that whenever I speak with the governor, it always comes back to affordability. And we have both made clear that that is the defining purpose of our politics, and that's
Mr. Good, tell us how you plan to vote if you're not going to your election. We're going to walk this way.
Now we're walking here with Zohran. Cool. Guys, please subscribe. We got about 100 people watching. Very cool. Thank you guys for watching. You know, I'm not gonna be able to ask Zohran a question, but stay tuned for Curtis Leawood press conferences where a lot less people show up, and I'll be able to ask him a question. How about that? And here's his photo op. If you ever want to see how it works, what it's like outside of what's being filmed. So a lot of press.
Is there anything about your strategy that's changing over the next 7 days?
And now the press runs to get him. Give him a little space.
Got our support in the hood. Feel me? Bring it to the Bronx. We support you, gang.
Got some love for Zohran. The enthusiasm's real. You're on his tee. You already voted? Have you voted yet?
Yeah, I'm about to vote soon.
Okay,
Mamdani
good for you.
men.
So we already know who you voting for. Respect.
Let's go. Mamdani for men.
And what
Best to do it.
what issue is most important to you?
The MTA.
MTA. Okay. So you think it'll make that a lot more affordable,
Yes, he
manageable.
will.
Beautiful.
Mamdani for men.
Love that enthusiasm. There you go. This is the fun of YouTube. You get the love that he has, the enthusiasm that he has on the block. You get a little more organically, and clearly it's real. People love him here. There's a UPS truck honking as well in support, so it's kind of a fun bird's eye view, eh?
Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure we don't hit anyone.
Guys, we're gonna cross the street now.
So you can see how crazy it's just like he's aiming to meet voters, and I think he will. But like it's just walking with mounds and mounds of press. It's kind of interesting to see how it actually works. These Zohrans at the end. People are excited to meet him. Somebody's jumping for joy. Very cool. Those are definitely big Zohran fans. You got to meet him. Cool. Now he's actually just meeting people. Cool. And give him a little space.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
It's not rent a crowd. People are excited to see him. Meet people in the chat.
Where's canvas here?
Wait, is he gonna go
No, he's just campaigning. Yeah. There, yeah. There is for the Upper East Side. So his local district is all the way out in Queens. But yeah, so he's campaigning with Liz Kruger as a local state senator. And For Freedoms, they know about that. They do some good work. If you ever want to get involved in a good club, of course, yeah.
I live around here for I do actually. For Freedoms.
Yeah, you should join them.
I know. Starbucks for
We're on the other side.
Sorry.
Guys, please subscribe. I guess I might just leave and give him some space because he's probably already pretty overwhelmed. Well, unless you guys are still watching this, so.
I've never done this. Okay, he's gone.
If you want me to continue, oh, he's smart. He's going to the car, handing them some lit. It's Mr. Active. I like it. You never know where he's going to turn.
Oh, you're you. Okay. Very good.
Oh, you're not taking it.
Couple members, definitely.
Senator,
Oh, you got your own.
how are you?
Oh, good. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you again. Long time no see. 4 days?
Chris,
In a while.
how you doing?
There you are.
Early morning? For me, at least.
Is it really?
Yeah.
This is early for you? I thought I was early.
I gotta go until like 10 sometimes.
Oh, that's not okay. Do you know Esri?
Have you been at I only know the 4.
How long is he walking?
But like none of this stuff happens. Like these people are not like.
Thank you so much.
Pardon me.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Tight squeeze.
Excuse me.
You're good. Go right ahead, you're fine. Just wild. Guys, please do subscribe. Will you be in New York City area come Sunday? Maybe, maybe not. Why? I'm not gonna have a lot of time if I am, but.
What do you think?
You're good? Make some room.
You're gonna have to get us some space. Thank you. That's a lot. Yes. You gotta help with that. The tag is still already.
We gotta get out of the bus now.
I'm walking to class.
Bus coming.
Can you realistically handle it so that makes pandemonium?
You guys aren't making that easy.
Right about that.
It is a little bit podcast.
Oh, there's Assemblyman Keith Wright.
Hey, Katie, the only Irish reporter he's allowed to talk to is me.
Whoops, sorry. You're fine. Whoops, sorry. Oh, it's an avalanche. Oh, it's got trampled. That was fun. Cool. So you can see the Sliwa conference is a little more low-key. It has a little less attention. So you get to see both sides. Media crashing into people. What else is new? People tripping. Cool. Guys, please do subscribe for more on-the-ground coverage. All right, Tuna Man, I'm gonna have to block you for that comment. That's not okay. Sorry, Tuna Man. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Now I'm just walking like a jerk. And of course, we're the press causing destruction, untold death and destruction, holding up everything. We should all hate ourselves. Somebody says Obama 2028. Who knows? Are we walking downtown or uptown? I don't even know. I think we're walking uptown. I need to walk downtown. I can walk uptown. I need to go soon. I guess I'll just walk up with Zohran. Where are you guys? We're on the Upper East Side. That is where we're at. Captain Blackbird. That would not be professional. As much as I dream. I could dream, can't I?
I'm so sorry. You know what I heard from so many
Here's the way.
Guys, we gotta cross this way.
We're crossing, we're bossing, we're crossing. Animal Crossing. Try to get another shot of him.
Never hold the front camera. Rule number one.
Watch out, please.
Watch out for cars.
Gotta defog my vent. Oh, sorry, you're not hearing anything. Well, I guess you get Seawalk.
You almost use it as if illegal. Speak up This is what we're seeing right now. It's time to actually
What's New Yorker right here? This is Salvador.
Nice to meet you.
Let's do that. In the office.
Yeah. Figure this out. I'm not talking
Oh, it's
Yep, but
All right, we're going to Zohran. Nice to meet you. We're gonna have to take your
Yeah, no, the car is good, but all the influencers are already.
I told you. Call.
hey,
I don't know. That artifact is time for us to actually show that no one is above the law, and that's why Donald Trump can't back on the way, on the walk over, yeah. How's it going, man?
good. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. Actually, very quick question. Favorite mayor after Wagner? So you can only choose Robert Wagner or later.
Robert Wagner.
You don't have to answer though. I don't want to put you on. I know you're thinking of a million different questions.
All time
After Wagner, because it's LaGuardia, right?
Get him, Z.
Right, maybe. Assemblyman, how you doing?
Back my head, right? How you feel, baby?
Good. How are you?
I feel, baby.
You feel good about your neighborhood? A lot of people love you. Looks like getting out the support.
Oh yeah.
Good.
My neighborhood's fine.
You're telling. What are you
We
going to
have
do?
very sophisticated voters.
Indeed,
Katie would say.
they've elected some good ones,
We have some very sophisticated voters.
and you're doing well. Your son's doing well. What do you see about his future? You must be proud of him.
Oh no, he's fine. Listen, he's got health care. He can pay his rent. He got a job.
Most important part.
Most important.
What are you going to do on election day for Zohran?
We'll vote for him.
I like it. And Harlem will come out strong.
Hey.
Cool. All right, I got to ask him a question. That was nice. Well,
You rock the house. You rock the
that was
house.
very cool.
You know Kyle Ismail? You know Kyle?
I gotta tell the press guy it's nice meeting him. Good meeting you. Take care. All right, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I got to ask him a question. That was very cool. You might have vague, I doubt it. Well, you say you made a point to say hi to me. So we did meet way back in the day, like 5 years ago. But I doubt you remember. So, all right, guys, please do subscribe. I hope you enjoyed that interesting bit of pandemonium. Very different style than Curtis, obviously. And, you know, that's not a signifier of votes or anything like that. It is merely, that was just a lot of press. Look, obviously, he has the enthusiasm. A lot of people are excited to meet him. But that was mainly press. But you can see the difference of the press that comes out for Curtis versus the press that comes out for Zohran, which is not terribly surprising at all. But also, as an independent person, I'm going to give Zohran's people, despite the front-running status that they have in A for accessibility and being cool with the smaller pipsqueaks like me, give them a lot of credit. So big points to them for being very accessible. Curtis is also Curtis is on the press list. Curtis is also very accessible. Cuomo is not. So Cuomo gets some negative points for that. So yeah, I appreciate them letting me film my film, and they asked me a little bit, hey, what's your YouTube? I said, it's my YouTube. And that was about it. So, some people will kick you out and be really kind of nasty and wild. They were not. So I give the Zohran press people and Zohran campaign for dealing with the press attendant transparency. All right, we'll look at all the horrible comments. BLM was for a criminal, somebody says. Okay, good times. BLM is a scam, says Marlene. I don't think anybody mentioned BLM. You just pulled that out of your ass. Nothing's for free. Mamdani's all bullshit, says Marie. Somebody says, LOL. Charlie Kirk is awesome. Okay. Antics of a Mama Squirrel says, check your email. I will. Dodge, he has got a fan base like Curtis. Yes, both of them have big fan bases, right? And that's why it's interesting to go to the debate and go to the press conferences and stuff and look at the support that they all have. I mean, that's the thing, I think Curtis is stronger. He's a Cuomo, but Mamdani's is the strongest, I would say, by a mile. You won't be crying if you bought Mamdani, says Marie. NYC will be crying. Well, there's not a lot of positive comments for him. That's okay. This is a YouTube. This is an unmoderated YouTube. Unmoderated chat. So you could say what you would like. JLAP says Republicans are Nazis and pedophiles. Well, if history has proven anything, I think it's proven you right. Ham and Egg says doesn't have a rent-controlled apartment aside from being a millionaire. Does he live? He's not a millionaire. He does live in a rent-controlled apartment. It's far from a millionaire. What else are you guys saying? Brad Hill, he's defending King Trump. He says Trump is not a king. He's using his office to do things 77 million voters wanted to do and force it off. I don't know, baby. Probably not, stupid. What else are they saying? Captain Kirk, inside job. It could be. Let's just spread conspiracy theories. It's a lot of fun. Somebody says Charlie Brown, like the song. Charlie Brown, he's a clown. He's gonna get caught. Just you wait and see. Why is everybody always picking on me? That should be the Curtis Lewa song. Somebody says con artist. The rats and the demon rats, says Wolverine. Good times, calling people demon rats. I think rats have souls, man. Hashtag rats have souls too. Glad everybody's leaving this chat now. They can't. This is horrifying, disgusting to them, and I don't blame them. What else are we talking about? I need to eat soon. Woo, glow skulls. Calm down, Charlie Brown. Nice. I'm not going to read any fentanyl comments. Let's keep this PG-13, guys. Charlie's most relevant than ever. His wife is, I guess. He has a nice career. Favorite mayor, Bloomberg, somebody says. Left coast is best coast. I'm going to say Wagner. Nobody ever says Robert Wagner. He's a great mayor. But sold the Dodgers down the river. That was a shame. But New York City was fun. It was cheap. It was kind of crazy. It was affordable. Enrique Enriquez. Great name. Trump, Clinton, Republicans, and Democrats are all on the same side. That's why only two parties have ever controlled everything and no one says anything. Just like good cop, bad cop, and they party. They do party. They have orgies. That's a fact. Yeah, I voted third party. I voted Libertarian. So, but I'm the left, very left Libertarian. But Zohran is has an original spin on things. I think that was one of the reasons he broke out. He broke out of the pack, is he didn't compromise. There's a lot of alternatives to Adams and Cuomo that were more left than Cuomo and Adams, obviously, but they wouldn't fully go there. They wouldn't go like full socialists. They'd say, oh, I'm more left on this and this and this. But I think at this point, somebody wants somebody to be unambiguous in their beliefs. So he's able to get some good momentum from that. What's fascinating to me is that this election has so much attention, and it's an election that we already know the results to. Now, it is somewhat historic in some regard where the Democratic nominee is under 50%, now minus the elections of Bloomberg, the 3 terms of Bloomberg and 2 terms of Giuliani. But when Republicans ran against Koch, Dinkins the first time, and Beam, and everybody really from the 50s on down, the Republicans wouldn't crack more than 20%. The Democrats would always get 55, 60%, you know. So that is notable. It's lower, but then it's a 3-man race, right? There are 3 real candidates, not 2. But it's very clearly Zohran's, even if Sliwa were out, Zohran would still win. So it's very clear we know the results of the election. It's fascinating because I'd gone across the river and covered some stuff in New Jersey, and I'm going to cover a rally in Newark. So you'll see me in Newark for Mikey Sherrill, and I covered a Jack Shkreli rally. There's the most Sopranos looking, sounding man you'll ever hear. But it's gotten a lot less coverage. That race has gotten a lot less coverage. In that race, you genuinely do not know who's going to win. In this race for this city, we know the winner, you know. Betting markets, not that everybody pays attention to betting markets, which is stupid because it's just like a bunch of kids playing and betting the flavor of the month. It's them responding to the news. It's not professional betting markets. But anyway, they say it's 97%. So I can't believe there's still people watching. Well, I guess we'll at least do subscribe. Subs, Brody. Thank you, Melly. Very kind. Please do subscribe, guys. Well, I'll give you an analysis of what happened this week on the campaign trail. Zohran gave a speech denouncing Islamophobia. He talked about how he's gotten death threats. He's talked about how Cuomo has implied that Curtis Sliwa has dug in his heels. He has strong enthusiasm. He is not dropping out. Bill Ackman, a billionaire, said everything was a conspiracy. He was doing this so he could pay his family. But then, and he just wanted to collect matching funds. And then why does Curtis have 6 events all day and spending hours in the subway? If you just want to collect the money, you wouldn't actually go out and campaign. See Joe Lhota. So that was one controversy. In response to the Big Forest Hills rally yesterday, Cuomo, for any of my Cuomo fans, any of my Cuomo sexuals in the chat, Cuomo had a rally for 300 people with Jewish leaders nearby in Queens to kind of highlight the anti-Semitism that he feels Zohran Mamdani employs. Meanwhile, the polls remain the same, except with Curtis Sliwa experiencing an increase in support, while Zohran and Cuomo remain stagnant. Cuomo, in the last 3 polls, has garnered 28%. Zohran, 43 to 45%. Curtis has gone from 13 to 20%. So the mainstream media is missing some a big part of the story, which is an uptick in support for Curtis. But other than that, the polls all remain the same, with a comfortable 15 to 17-point lead. Big endorsements that don't actually matter. Hakeem Jeffries, who's a hack, just endorsed Zohran Mamdani. He is, of course, the minority leader of Congress, and people are looking into primarying him. So none of those endorsements matter whatsoever. It's just like an ego boost. And Hochul, I saw clips where she seemed very scared. It's like a shaking little deer talking for Zohran at the rally yesterday. So she feels awkward, and that's the campaign news. Let's look at the comments. Smile, you creep. That's all. I'll smile for you. There you go. It's a smile. NYC hates Trump. That is indubitably true. Trump, says Hector. Hector Marengo. I like the Hispanics for Trump. It reminds me of that woman. Remember when Trump was running? And it was like Latinos for Trump, and this woman went on stage. Oh, okay, whoops. And she was like, Mr. Trump! Mr. Trump! That's you, Hector. Love you, Hector. Thanks for being the sub. I am from Dubai, if you meant Dubai. Great chocolate, great flavoring. Bill Phillips. Trump is a filthy idiot, says somebody. Word. Anarchy is away. I don't entirely disagree. TDS show, that's true. This is just me spewing diarrhea of the mouth. Pigeon Heart says we all went through all the Islamophobic rubbish when our 3 times elected London mayor first ran. Is sad and shallow. Because people don't like Khan, right? Khan something, Sadiq Khan. Heard not great things about him. I've heard some great things about him. I don't know. Hispanics for Trump equals didn't Trump deport most of them? They were crying in the press. Yeah, you know the woman who was like, Mr. Trump. You know, she got deported. Sadly. Oh well. How can nobody realize politics are division? I realize it. I realize your intelligent comment. Thank you. Please do subscribe on Mamdani for president. That comment less intelligent. He cannot run for president. He is not born in America. Aleister Crowley, Satanist, Scientologist, great friends of L. Ron Hubbard. Gotta love them. Guys, please go to churchofscientology.org to truly better your life. I'm kidding. Don't. You can actually harass them. If you go by Scientology centers, harass them. See, what else are we talking about? Revolution has come, says DZ. Maybe. It's a revolution in my pants, and I need Depends. Go to Depends.com. Use code Dodge Landisman for 20% off. J4 Dreamer says Dodge has got some fans like curse. Hey, I have a good. Hey, guys, still got 100 people watching me, and I'm just talking out my assholes. Thank you, guys. Well, now it's 82. It was fun while it lasted. I got a few fans. Thank you, guys. We're not really talking about much of anything. Somebody's calling me. I will not answer. I'm talking to you guys. You guys are who I bled to, who I'm married to, who I adore, who I love, who I make love to. Your ass talks. If you give me a super chat, it will. Andrew Cuomo is a creep towards women. That is true, Manny G. Not the way I'd handle things. Love state troopers. Super troopers, am I right? What else are we talking about? Are you a Thelma? I don't know what Thelamite is. Do I like Thelma from Scooby-Doo? Is that a Thelamite is? I'm a Thelmamite. How about that? Sounds like you guys missed Charlie a lot. I wasn't talking about Charlie. Where's Charlie? Charlie Brown? Oh, the pigs. That's extreme. I like bacon, though. I like pork rolls. Maybe I can't disagree. DZ Kilo says Trump is a pedophile. I think that's accurate. Zero lies detected. He sure loves his daughter. Trump eats your hot pockets, or Trump eat your hot pockets from out the kitchen. I don't get that comment. But oh well. Hey Kiki, nice to have you. The only person I know. Other than that, it's just strangers raging at me. Where am I going? I need to go to the subway. I need to take a T-Rain. Trump is your president, not my president, bitch. Who's my president? Romney. Damn it, Romney is my president. I live in my own schizophrenic world. I am being gang-stalked. And Mitt Romney is my president. All right? End of story. Okay? Accept that, bitch. George Floyd, all that. I'm not going to finish reading that comment. You guys are horrendous. I just reply. I just plug in my phone. Pardon moi. Pardon me. Pardon me. We're still good. I always forget so many people watching. Mitt Romney, yeah, he's my goddamn president. Goddamn it. I like Mexicans, says Enrique. I like Enrique. I like them too, especially the women really like redheads. I admire that. God is watching. I hope he is. I got a lot of things to tell him. Deport illegal. Wow, that's a new one. Don't agree with this, but Kevin says deport illegal Asians and Indians. Okay. Duly noted. Just go full nostalgia, right? Don't we miss the 50s? All right, guys, I'm probably going to sign off. What a one if you want me to stay. What a two if you're done listening to this drivel and you're okay with me signing off. Mexicans have Europeans' last name. That's true because they were colonized by a European country called Spain. One, I'm glad you're enjoying this Mellifluous. You did subscribe, so thank you for subscribing. All right, well, Sensual Uriah, thank you. You just wait in just to say you're enjoying this chat. Thank you for making me feel, oh, I thought it was sensual. I thought your name was Sensual Urethra. Thank you for making me feel like a sensei, though. You're Sensei Uriah. Yeah, I call bullshit. I'm from Spain, says Let's Go. It's Velasquez, not European. Spain is in Europe. KK. I wish Obama would run again. Obama. He might if Trump runs again. So will Obama. Might happen, guys. Well, stick with me, kid. We're gonna go to Obama rally on Sunday, I believe, in Jersey. PA says Obama was the worst president in history. I don't know about that. He was disappointing in a lot of ways. Reporter-in-chief, don't forget. Hashtag never forget. Ever. Marlene asks, where's Obama's birth certificate? Talk about hashtag never forget. Hashtag never forget the birth certificate. Gotta love it. Many rational arguments are being made in this chat. Guys, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by everyone in this chat right now. I'm impressed and I'm inspired. And I feel touched in more ways than one. Tan suit. Tan suit is the most badass outfit. Thank you. The navy blue is so boring, isn't it? It's nice. Get a little tan in there. Mafia style. It's like, you know, Barry Manilow. Did Obama know that Barry Manilow? Does Barry Manilow know that Obama raided his closet? Go enjoy some New York pizza. I had bacon, egg, and cheese for breakfast. I'm not hungry. I could go to this overpriced bakery. This bakery that was featured in Sex and the City. And they put way too much sugar and it cost $12. And I believe in Sex and the City when this is featured, it's because like Samantha used it in a sex act. Red says, what kind of boots do you got there, brother? Just shoes. Oh my God, shoes. These shoes rule. These shoes suck. Shoes. What else are we talking about? By the way, from Memphis. I love Memphis. Gus's Fried Chicken. Some of the best. We'll be in Memphis. Shoot me an email. I'm covering Val Kilmer, Abrego, Garcia case in Nashville. So I'll be stopping in Memphis because I'm going from there and I'm going to cover the Aaron Spencer case in Arkansas. Out in Little Rock. So guess what's right in the middle is Memphis. Gonna take my dog. We're gonna see that weird pyramid. Memphis is just like, well, let's build a fucking pyramid in the middle of the river. That's cool. Let's fucking do it. So yeah, shoot me an email. Memphis, Beale Street, man. You have a dirty time on Beale Street. Don't get me started, boy. See, people don't realize like New York City nightlife is soft compared to other cities. Like, I'm gonna be real, like, it's soft compared to Beale Street. It's basically a mall. I think it's more than that. America's falling like Rome. I still think it's a beautiful nation. I've been to 50 states. My dog's been to 40 states. I've been to 50 states. I love America. I still love America, damn it. Everybody to the left and the right telling me to hate America. I think it's so beautiful. The food's great. People are nice. It's a dirty town. I like a little dirty. I'm a dirty boy. Red says all cities are dirty. That's true. I'm a nasty little slut. What else are we talking about? By the way, I'm from Memphis. How's it up north? It's getting cold up north. I gotta rip one. I'll do that later. I hate volcanoes, says Combat System. I like them. I think they can be beautiful sometimes, but duly noted. I appreciate your input. Combat System says F Palestine. That's not nice. I say live Palestine. Free Palestine. Mellifluous said, I heard Y2K was really them failing to implement the new coin America because a guy in the U.S. post office revised the blueprints of the U.S. flag from fringe to no fringe, thus taking ownership away. That was a great off-topic comment. I think you're right. I was 9 years old, but I was getting ready to kill myself. Obama supports gays. Nah, we're good. I support gays too.
That's why you need to stop.
Oh, it scared me. I thought the kid was choking. I was like, jeez.
That's why you need to stop.
I don't like earthquakes, so tornadoes okay. That's why you need to motherfucking stop. All right. You need to get the fuck off.
You're always doing some stupid shit. I don't feel sorry for you.
Doing some stupid shit. Why is she touching the wheel? What? Why is she doing stupid shit? why I don't want kids. That's a little extreme, that reaction. Shit happens. That's not actually that nice, that kid. I mean, should I tell that woman off to not talk to her kid that way? I should buy my own business. So Red lives in trailer park of a European anchor baby. No gods, no kings. Okay.
Really? Yeah.
Nah, she's chilling. They're chilling.
Here. So you must feel.
Maggie got you crying, Nick. I don't know what any of you talk about. You guys are savages. I gotta take my train at some point. Give me a super. Nobody's giving me a damn super chat. You know that guy who has a Cash App, James, and he's on Instagram. He's like, hey, why are you not Cash App me? Why are you gonna Cash App me? Cash App me. Cash App me. You guys need Cash App me, please. Give me some goddamn. I travel all across the city for you. I spend my own money, and this is how you don't give me shit. You're horrible, horrible people. Horrible. You're all Islamophobe. Hey, how about this? If you don't give me a super chat, you're either anti-Semitic or Islamophobic. We're gonna take both of the idics and the obics from both campaigns, and we're gonna call you that until you give me a super chat. I'm kidding. I still love you guys. You're not anti-Semitic or Islamophobic. Although, I think a lot of you are talking shit. You're gingerphobic. And gingerphobia. We have rights. There's a lot of ginger. It's like it's the only acceptable form of discrimination. That's why I don't show my face, because people will assault me and attack me once they see my red hair. I am 30 times more likely to be assaulted on the street than just a normal cis. Kidding. All right, what are we talking about? Religion is the problem, says David. Okay. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Nick Gross thinks, says America, KKK. Ugh. Full of ignorant, uneducated fools. I can't say I disagree. Who do you piss off, Dodge? I'm pissing off the whole world. I'm pissing off myself. I hate myself. Magat Trailer Talk. Jesus is king, says Marlene. Trump is my president. Trump is your Jesus. Just admit it. You like, dude, Marlene, when you're praying to Jesus, just be like, Jesus, I'm sorry. Mr. Trump is number one. It's not you. Jesus, you're two. All right? So you need to inform Jesus that Trump has usurped your Lord and Savior. Okay? And will he be upset? Probably. But as you say, he wants Trump to win. I believe when Christ had a plan to save the nation, he created J.D. Vance in a couch. Malef Lewis says ginger is in the rainbow. This is true. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Trump is no Lord, says Bill. Amen. Amen. Love Jesus, not Trump. Anyone stupid enough to believe in God is easy to manipulate. I might believe in God. I'm God ambivalent. I'm ambivagod. Ambivagod. 20 days into the shutdown, and he could care less. That's true. No. I mean, to be fair, the government always gets shut down. It's Newt Gingrich and Bill Clinton. No, there's a shutdown. And then our money, Paul Ryan, there's a shutdown. And Ted Cruz did a shutdown with Obama. So there have been a lot of shutdowns. It ain't nothing new. You know, that's the funny thing. If you don't pay attention to history, you think the sky is falling all the time when all of these things have happened within the last 70 years, more than once. We've had high gas prices. You go back to the Carter era. Recessions. We had more than just a recession of 2008. Who among us remember the Great Recession of 1958? Or the Great Recession in 1984? So all these things that we say, maybe I'm overly optimistic. I think that this country could be self-sustaining in a lot of ways. But maybe that's just because I ain't got no job. MAGA forever, says L. Jenkins. Thank you for weighing in. Your comment was very intelligent. So he says King Trump. Hashtag no king. Sensei. Master Roshi. The nation is so divided because too many people online all the time, never around other races in real life. This is true. Like you guys on my stream right now, I am not hell. I am contributing to the problem. I am the problem. Hashtag I'm that bitch. Understood? No, it is a problem. And that's the thing. When I was a little kid, I grew up in Gramercy, New York City. But I used to take I take random express buses. I go to 23rd and take random express buses to like East New York, Brooklyn, and to Paterson, New Jersey, and Newark, and all these places where I stuck out like a sore thumb. But it was a lot of fun. You eat different cultures, different foods. You meet interesting people. They're wondering why you're here. You have some conversations, and yeah, people are self-segregating. They tend to self-segregate more than they realize. They stay in their little holes, their little buckets, their little fenced-in 2 square miles. And there's a hell of a lot more beyond that. But the problem is, then you get obsessed with seeing it. You don't want to do nothing else with your life. Watch out for that dry puddle. I think I made it. I think I peed. Where's the old taxis? There's right there. Still got the yellow cabs. I don't take no damn Uber. Take yellow cabs. Hashtag dump Uber. I can't believe we still have 75 people. I guess I'm special. They like me. Remember Sally Fields? They like me. You really like me. You probably like to laugh at me. You probably hate watch me. You're probably gonna gang stalk me. Hashtag stalked by the feds. Sensei says I'm black and I love everyone. Cool. The girl I'm dating is black, so big fan. As long as they aren't dicks. Word. My opinion, they used prosthetics on Trump's ear. Yeah, you get a little tampon, you call it a day. Yahweh, gotta love Yahweh. That's a black god. Thomas says Yahweh, Yahshua is my savior. And John Trump is my okay. It's my president, all right. Good time. Bob Dole is my president, damn it. I'm living my old world. My own world. Bob Dole is my president. Trump is horrible. What's he doing for regular Americans? Not a lot. I got a lot of MAGA fans on this stream, but I'm gonna agree with you on this. What am I doing? Where should I go? Who am I? Why am I here? This is why I don't have a real news job. Because I'm getting dementia. Trump beat. I'm Bob Dole. Red. I'm Bob Dole. Well, I'm Bob Dole. Good times. Love Bob Dole. Love you, Bob. Bob Dole he's my president. G8 says Bob Dole is my president. Hashtag Bob Dole is my president. Kronos is my president. What was the other one? Who is Kronos? And there's something that was like Kronos. There's Kronos and another K. They're my president. Dude, Dan Quayle is my president. People are so harsh on Dan Quayle, man. Remember, like, Dan Quayle, like, look at Trump. Remember, like, Dan Quayle was, like, the dumbest, most idiotic. Dan Quayle is a damn genius. Like, don't you think, like, we all need to sign a petition apologizing to Dan Quayle? Put a one in the chat if you want me to create a movement of mass apologies to Dan Quayle. You know, it's just like the Canadian government issued a formal apology for the native land they took. The Americans have issued formal apologies for segregation. Why can't we issue a formal apology to Dan Quayle? Sensei, Uriah says Trump only won against women. True. Duly noted. Tank. That's not cool. I don't like your comment. I'm not going to read your comment out loud. I'm near Hunter College. If you get rejected from Columbia, and then you're like, well, shit, maybe I should go to St. John's. And then you're like, shit, I got rejected from St. John's. You go to Hunter College. I shaved my balls this morning. Nice name. Proud of you. I haven't done that. It feels too funny. Oh, Biden sniff kids. Oh, Biden. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think Trump had sex with them, though. It's a little worse. Santa is not God. It's debatable. he has flying angels that drop gifts. It's pretty godlike. Fake Christians in the chat, says somebody. Word. I'm a real Christian. Dan Quayle, what do you bother? I don't know. 70 people are watching me blather. I'm saying that we owe an apology, goddammit. This stream is completely devolved. But you guys are still here. There's that song, the old Broadway song, I'm still here. But I'm still here. Zohran's gone. But I'm still here. Star Move says Curtis for mayor. Word. All right, guys, I have to move on with my life. We're not talking about anything productive right now. This is not helpful to any of us. I apologize for everything. All right, guys, please subscribe. Christopher Walken President, I like that. Somebody says Satan equals Santa. How's your mind? Is it blown? And with that, guys, I leave you. Bye-bye. Love you.